Yes, yes, yes. We are live. Yes, we are live. Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. Or, I might say, Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. This is the fight that all boxing fans have been waiting for. And it is one of the most exciting fights of 2026 in boxing. And we're live. We're here, guys. Join the chat. Join the stream, guys. Let me know how you're feeling about this fight. I am super excited. It is a really good fight. And yeah, it's gonna be an exciting night. It's gonna be an exciting night. Right now, we're watching David Morell versus Zach Chali. 6th round. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. Guys, get in the chat. Get in the chat and let me know how you're feeling. Put your comments in the chat. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. Hit the like button. Put your comments in the chat. We are here for Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. This is I'm super excited about this fight, guys. I am very excited about this fight because there's so much power on display. There's so much power on display that this fight can end at every single moment. So I'm excited. Let me know what you guys are saying in the chat. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. We will be scoring the fight live. We will also be talking about the other fights as well on the card. So right now, as I mentioned, it is Morell versus Chali. And then you have Rhea versus Cameron. And then you have Rafetti versus Essuman. And then the main event, Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. So guys, get in that chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you think about this fight. Because it is going to be fireworks. It is going to be fireworks. So get in the comment section. You know, get in the chat, guys. Get in the chat to let me know how you're feeling about this fight so far. Also, if you have any questions about any other fights at all, then we can talk about it as well. You know? If you have any questions at all, hey, shout out to I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Temes. Temes said, at what time is Fabio versus Dubois take place? So it means what time does it take place? I think around 9:30 to 10 o'clock, Temes. Around 9:30 to 10 o'clock UK time. I think that's when this fight takes place. But it is right now on DAZN. You can watch it on DAZN. And yeah, it takes place, I think, around between 9:30 to 10 o'clock p.m. tonight. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. What a fight. What is your prediction? What is your prediction, guys? Let me know in the chat. What are your predictions? Who are you picking to win this fight? Who have you got? Oi, Kashmir. Kashmir is in the building. And Ben Newman as well in the building. Kashmir has arrived in the chat. That's it. That's my guy. Shout out to Kashmir. Shout out to Cash Money. Cash Money Kashmir is in the building. Ben Newman is in the building. Temesgen is in the building. Guys, I'm excited about this fight. Seriously. I'm super excited about this fight, guys. Because it is so this fight is hard to predict. Because both fighters have a lot of power, right? Let's put it that way. But they're both so vulnerable on you know, when it comes to the defense, that you just never know. You just never know. You just don't know what's going to happen in this fight because both fighters are just so flawed when it comes to their defensive capabilities. When you're going forward, it's fireworks. When Dubois is coming forward throwing bombs, is a great sight to see. Fabio Wardley, when he's in there, when he's super, excuse me, when he's excited, Fabio Wardley can put shots together. However, when they're fighting on the back foot, when it's a defensive type of fight, then both fighters they are in serious trouble, both of them. Really difficult. So I'm excited. Guys, get in the chat and, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button so this stream can get out there to as many people as possible. The more likes we get, the more people tune in. So please hit the like button and let's get this stream out there, to everyone. And then let's try and get this on because this is going to be a good fight. So far, right now we're watching Morell versus Chali, round 8 of David Morell versus Chali. It's a decent fight. It's a good fight, but yeah, that's what we're watching now. Morell versus Chali. That's the fight right now. Shout out to Tamas. Tamas said, look, guys, I am going to put everything. Shout out to John Fisher as well. John said it's going to be a straight fire. Yeah. This fight, guys, this fight is a fight. This is what as boxing fans, this is what we wake up in the morning for. This is what we want to see. Two heavyweight fighters going in there, throwing bombs, and just, looking to put everything on the line. This is it. This is boxing. This is what we love. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this fight. I am super excited for this fight. So, I think a lot of you are also excited as well. So, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And also, guys, let me know cast your vote as well. Cast your vote and let me know what you think about it. Cast your votes as well. Let's read some comments here. Kashmir, yes, Kashmir has arrived. As I said, Kashmir, Cash Money, always on the chat, always in the live stream as well. So I really appreciate Kashmir for always supporting the channel and being here as well. Ben Newman, shout out to Ben. Ben said AJ might not be as good as recovering or staying in the fight as Wardley could be. And even then, I still looked as if AJ could have turned it around when he rocks Daniel near the end of the fight. Yes. Ben is absolutely right. Before Daniel Dubois knocked out Anthony Joshua landed a big shot. Daniel Dubois then retreated onto the ropes. And all Joshua had to do was to be patient, stay in the fight, because he could have turned the fight around, but he was too hasty. He was going for he was going for the win too early and then got clocked, right? But Daniel Dubois got hurt. That's why he moved onto the ropes. So although Dubois comes forward and throws a lot of big shots, Dubois' defense is very, very, very leaky. Dubois has a serious problem when it comes to his defense. And in this fight, he cannot afford to make mistakes because Fabio Wardley has quick hands. And if Dubois gets hit, he's going to get hurt. So he needs to stay alert. So I agree with Ben Newman there. Shout out to Cash Money. Cash Money says, yes, mate, yes. Cash Money, listen, I am looking forward to hearing from you about this fight. How are you seeing this fight? How do you see this Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley? Who do you think wins this fight? So far, Cash Money, I've not heard your prediction. So get in the chat and let me know what you think about it. Shout out to John Fisher. John says, this fight is going to be straight fire, bro. We're in for a treat. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely 100%. We are in for a treat. This is a type of fight that you as a boxing fan, you get excited for. This is it. This is This is boxing. This is what we want to see. Let's see here. What comment? Shout out to Thomas. Thomas said, I really like your honest analysis on boxing. I think Dubois will win. Thomas, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. I try, guys. I try to be honest as possible. As I've started making boxing content, I don't work for any broadcaster or any promotion company. So I'm able to give my fair and honest analysis when it comes to fighters, because nobody pays me to do anything for them, right? And even if they did pay me, if I start working for any of the broadcasters, anything like that, I will still be honest. But I have no motivation to not be honest. Let's put it that way. I have no motivation to not be honest. My premise on boxing is that I represent boxing. So I always make sure I tell the truth and I give a fair analysis of how I see fight and the news and things like that goes into boxing. So that's me. That's what this channel is about. It's all about being real, being honest, and representing boxing the best way that I can. And that's what I try to do. So Thomas, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. What have I got here? Kashmir says, I'm looking forward to Rafetti versus Essuman. Yes, that is a good fight. Essuman has got really good engine. He's a really good fighter. So yeah, I think he's the favorite going into this fight. So that's a good fight. That's a good fight. I agree with Cash Money there. John Fisher said, we never seen Wardley rocked, but Daniel has been rocked a few times. Lorena, AJ, Usyk. Yes. I would say, I agree with what John is saying, but I would say, John, Fabio Wardley was hurt in that Joseph Parker fight. He was hurt. Fabio Wardley was hurt in the Joseph Parker fight, John. So although we've not seen him really hurt, where he's all over the place and it's like his legs are gone, we haven't seen that yet. But you could argue that apart from Daniel Dubois, Fabio Wardley hasn't fought any puncher, right? John, would you agree with that? That Fabio hasn't fought any puncher? So I agree in what you're saying that he hasn't been hurt. But I don't think he's fought a serious concussive puncher like Daniel Dubois. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is Daniel Dubois' opportunity to Morell. Morell's hurt. Morell's hurt there. Oh, he's hurt. On the corner. He's doing what though? What's Chali doing? He's gonna punch himself out. Referee's looking very attentively. Is he gonna stop this fight? Oh, referee, if he doesn't throw back, the referee will stop this fight. He is saved by the bell. Oh my goodness. David Morell was saved by the bell. He got hit with a big shot and he was all over in the corner. Jeez. Yeah, that's a big right hand over the top there. Yeah, guys. So what was I saying? Yeah. So Fabio Wardley hasn't been rocked. Or hasn't been hurt because he hasn't fought punches, and Daniel Dubois is the type of fighter to bring the best out of Fabio. So it'll be interesting to see. What's this one here? Cash Money says Wardley by 6 round knockout. Okay. All right. Cash Money is picking Fabio Wardley to knock Daniel Dubois out by 6th round. So he's going for a bit more early stoppage in this fight. Half of the fight basically. He's going for Wardley to stop Dubois. Fair enough. What's this comment here? Ben Newman says this could be a factor in boxing, but not always and not the only factor. I heard that people get stronger up to age 30 and a bit weaker slowly after 30. Yeah. Because people got into their primes a bit differently in boxing. And heavyweights can actually fight for longer because in the heavyweight division, it doesn't require a lot of the sort of weight cuts, and which takes a lot out of fighters. Weight cuts is a problem. You know, cutting weights is a serious issue, and that, you know, excuse me, that takes a lot out of fighters. So I understand what Ben Newman is saying. John Fisher said, yeah, good point. Yeah, John. He hasn't fought any punches, and Daniel Dubois is the first puncher. You could argue that he's gonna fight. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Shout out to Cash Money. Cash Money says Morell saved by the bell. Yes. He was hit with a big shot there. It was an overhand right. Big overhand right. And yeah. He was on the ropes, just, you know, just looking absolutely crazy, and he was saved by the bell. He was saved by the bell. Ben Newman. Oh, again. Morell has been rocked again. He kept getting clocked. He keeps getting clocked. So what Chali is doing now? He's just closing his eyes and then throwing that right hand on top. He's just winging that right hand over the top there. And Morell is just in all sort of trouble. Morell is in all sort of trouble, guys. He just can't seem to overcome the overhand right that Chali keeps throwing. Oh, he's done there. Oh, Chali has stopped Morell. Oh my goodness, what a shot. He was out on his feet there. Morell was out on his feet. Oh my God. Oh, Morell has been stunned. Jeez. He was out on his feet. He was out cold. Jeez. He was out cold. Out cold. He was out cold, guys. Jeez. What an upset. What an upset. Jeez. Jeez. What an upset there. David Morell absolutely destroyed. He was absolutely destroyed by Chali. Jeez. What a shot. That's a good win. That's a good win. That's a good win by Chali there. Jeez. Jeez. He's in all sort of trouble. Morell was in all sorts of trouble there. Jeez. Yeah, he was out on his feet, and the referee saw it. You know, it was only good that the referee stopped it because he was out on his feet. He was out on his feet. He was out on his feet. He was out on his feet there. Jeez. What a shot. What a stoppage. What a stoppage as well. Guys. Guys. That was a good win. That's a good one from Chali. He was just throwing that overhand right, you know. He just throwing that overhand right. Just ah, he jeez. Yeah, that was a good win, guys. That was a good win. That jeez. That was a absolutely brutal win. All right, guys. The next fight is Cameron versus Brad Rhea. That's a good fight as well. Yeah, good win by Brad Rhea. What's this comment here? Ben Newman. Ben said maybe Wardley hasn't been tested properly because he hasn't faced anyone who hits as hard as Daniel Dubois. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's it. That's it exactly. That's it, Ben. Ben has said it all. Fabio Wardley hasn't really faced anyone that is a puncher, right? He hasn't faced a puncher yet. So now he gets the opportunity to face a puncher in Daniel Dubois. So we will see. We will see how that goes. We will see how it goes. Ben Newman says, does Wardley hit harder than AJ or just as hard? Maybe Daniel hasn't faced anyone with that power as well. Yeah, that's a good point. No, I think Anthony Joshua hits harder than Fabio Wardley. People don't understand how hard Anthony Joshua hits. Joshua is a hard hitter. I think Joshua hits harder than Fabio Wardley, definitely. But Joshua just made a lot of mistakes in that fight against Daniel Dubois. He made some really schoolboy mistakes and he paid for it, you know? Joshua paid for it. So, you know, he paid for it. And he paid for that. Kashmir says, oh my God, yes, that stoppage. That stoppage was just, jeez. That stoppage was crazy. Kashmir says, what's an upset? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody expected Chali to win that fight. I don't think anybody did. What an upset. Kofi. Hey, shout out to Kofi. Kofi is in the building. Kofi said, bro, WTF, what happened? Yeah. Chali just turned the fight upside down. He just turned up and jeez. He stuck it on Morell and that's all she wrote. You know, that's all she wrote, Kofi. I don't know what to say, but that was a good win. Kofi said Chali round 9 turned the whole fight. Yeah. He became a monster. He became a monster. And that's it. You know, he turned the fight around and that was all she wrote, as I said. Kofi says, what a KO. Kofi says again, huge upset. Yeah. Absolutely huge upset. Nobody expected. I wouldn't have picked him to win that fight. I wouldn't have picked Chali to win that fight. You know, but credit to him. He got in there and, you know, he did what he had to do. And he won the fight fair and square. Cash Money says life-changing win for him. Yes, absolutely, Cash Money. It's like now he's gonna get a lot of opportunities. Now, Chali's gonna get a lot of opportunities. He's gonna make some money for himself. Probably gonna take care of his family. This is boxing. Like, I as a fan, I don't mind paying to watch fight. As long as these guys, they put their lives on the line for our entertainment, and they should get paid for it. So, if this is an opportunity for Chali to get more fights and to make a lot of money, then, credit to him. Good on him as well. Good win. Kofi said, Frank is having a great night. Yeah. Frank is Frank is having a good night. Absolutely. You can't take that from him. Frank Warren is he's a good promoter. He's been in the industry for a very long time, and he knows what he's doing, isn't he? Frank Warren knows exactly what he's doing. So, he's having a good time. Hey, Alex Alberto, he says, is he bashing us? He says, you British cats are crooks. You're drugged, Morell. This is corrupt. Oh, come on. What are you on about? Guys, what is this guy on about here? Can someone respond to this guy for me? This Alex Alberto. He says, us Brits are crooks. He says, we drugged Morell. This is corrupt. Oh, come on. Come on. Really? Morell was drugged? Oh, gosh. And then you've got Alex Alberto again. He says something was wrong with David. He never fought like that. Look, look. Alex Alberto, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I really don't know what to tell you. Morell just got stopped there. We all saw what happened in there. He just got overwhelmed. He got hit with one or two overhand rights, and he wasn't the same fighter. That's just what it is. Come on. You watched the same fight that we watched. We saw Morell getting overwhelmed in there. He got hit with an overhand, right? He backed up into the rope, and then Chali just swarmed all over him and hit him with another right hook. So I don't see anyone getting drugged here. He just got beaten fair and square, and that's nothing to do with Brit. Let's call a spade a spade. Come on, Alex Alberto. Come on, let's be honest, guy. Let's call a spade a spade. Ben Newman. Ben says it makes them seem better than they could be if they never been stopped, but they haven't faced anyone who hits as hard as Daniel. Yes. But Daniel Dubois can hit. Dubois can crack. And with Daniel Dubois, when you get hit, you stay hit. That's the thing. When you get hit, you stay hit. Big up to Kofi. Kofi says big up, bro. Yeah, big up Kofi. John is responding to Alex Alberto there. John is saying haters in a camp. Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about, Brits. Like your guy just got beaten up. He got beaten up. It is what it is. This is boxing. People get beaten up. Cash Money says Alex is rage baiting, or is he drunk? I'm not sure. Yeah, I am actually not. I'm not sure exactly what Alex is drinking, but I don't think he's drinking the right things. If he's claiming that Brits have drugged Morell, then I'm not sure what he's been drinking. Kofi says, guy sounds like a world of fun. Crazy excuses. Yeah, I agree. What kind of excuse are that, man? Come on. This guy is accusing us of drugging Morell. Can you believe that? Like, what are those excuses, man? Kofi, that's what Kofi said. The guy sounds like a Wilder fan. Just crazy excuses. Deontay Wilder fans are absolutely crazy. Like, they make some of the worst excuses ever in boxing. Like, it's just crazy stuff. Kofi says it's crazy to think Benavidez couldn't stop him. Yeah. Like, that is, I mean, it took Chali to stop Morell when Benavidez couldn't stop him. That's crazy. But this is boxing, isn't it? Styles makes fight sort of thing. And also he's probably at a different stage in his career, Morell. Probably not the same fighter he once was. So, and it's probably Chali's time. Chali's time to win some fights. So, timing is everything in boxing, right? Guys, please don't forget, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like yet, please, if you're on a live right now, hit the like button, and also get in the comments, get in the comment section and let me know what you think about Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley. And yeah, let's keep going. What is Kofi says maybe that fight took something out of him because he got caught clean and never recovered. Yeah. I mean, anyone that fights Benavidez is gonna feel something because Benavidez is an absolute monster. Benavidez is a crazy fighter. He's scary. And Jaya Pataya is also scary. So that is going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good fight if they can make that happen. John, hey, shout out to John Parkins. John Parkinson. Shout out to John. Welcome back. Welcome to the stream, John. I hope you're good. I hope you're well, John. John says anything can happen. The guy was tall and skilled. Yeah, that's boxing. The excuses about us drugging him it's crazy. It's just crazy stuff. Just making a lot of excuses. Just crazy behavior. Guys accusing us of drugging an American. That's just crazy. All right, so we're now about to watch Brad Rhea versus Cameron. It's going to be a good fight, this one, I think. I think it's going to be a good fight. Ben Newman says it can be hard to see something that hasn't happened. Like that, I couldn't see Daniel being able to put Wardley away. Yeah, but it can happen. It is very possible. Daniel can go in there and knock Fabio Wardley out in 2 or 3 rounds. That, very possible. John Fisher said, if Wardley wins, do you think he will go Usyk next? Or should they do Wardley versus Caballero for final eliminator for Usyk undisputed fight? No, I don't think Caballero is going to do a final eliminator. Because the WBC have ordered Usyk to fight Caballero after he fights Rico Verhoeven in Egypt. So I think Usyk is gonna fight Caballero after Rico Verhoeven fight. And I think then maybe he fights Wardley. All right? Then maybe after he can fight Wardley. But I don't think that Caballero is gonna do final eliminator. Is going to fight for a final eliminator because anything can happen, right? We saw Joseph Parker, who right now could have been a world champion. Like, Joseph Parker could have been a world champion right now if he took an easier fight. But he decided to fight Fabio Wardley. It was an entertaining fight, but ultimately he lost his opportunity to fight to become a champion and to face Usyk at some point this year. So that's the way it goes, isn't it? That's boxing. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, guys. All right, guys. This is it. Brad Rhea versus Liam Cameron. Light heavyweight. Light heavyweight clash. Liam Cameron versus Rhea. Ben Newman says, I think Parker might have rocked Wardley just a bit, but he recovered. Yes. Parker did hurt Wardley a couple of times in that fight. And he recovered very well. He did recover very well. But yeah, he got Parker. Parker did hurt him. Definitely, Parker did hurt him. Kashmir says, Cameron versus Rhea. What do you think, bro? Yeah. I think, Rhea looks like he's got, good advantage in terms of range. I think he's the taller fighter. And right now he's on the front foot. So, I'm going for Rhea to win this fight. I think Liam Cameron, he's a good fighter. I think he's seen better days. I think Rhea wins this fight. Who have you got, Cashman? Who have you got for that fight? So far, Rhea has landed some good shots there. Cameron hasn't really landed anything significant. He's still trying to find his range. He's missing. But, Rhea has landed some good jabs there. And it looks like he's the one, dictating the pace of the fight. Just good head movement, good body movement. Just staying in there and working behind the jab. So, yeah. That's good boxing by Brad Rhea. Yeah. John Fisher said, oh yeah, I forgot. The BBC ordered the fight. Imagine Usyk beats Fabio Wardley and finishes his career with Itama. He's already on a different level, but that would be something else. Yes. I mean, if Usyk beats Fabio, beats Wardley, and then fights Itama, whether whether he wins or he loses that fight, I mean, Usyk goes down as one of the best. Usyk is already one of the best. But if he goes on if he goes on that run that John has just mentioned, then we need to have a different conversation about Alexander Usyk. Definitely. Cameron said, "Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I think Rhea wins this fight. I think Cameron has seen better days. And I think I think his days are numbers, basically. Oh, big shot there. Oh, he's hurt. Cameron is hurt. He's gonna get stopped here. Oh, he's been saved by the bell. He has been saved by the bell. Oh my goodness. What a shot by Rhea. Kashmir, we were just talking about it. And then Kashmir just mentioned it. I mentioned it. And then, Rhea just lands a massive, shot there. And Cameron was all over. He was hurt. Cameron was hurt. Jeez. Let's see if Brad Rhea can really stop Cameron in round 2. But that was a Brad Rhea round, definitely. That was his round. Absolutely. That was his round, absolutely. Look at that. It was a quick combination. Oh, it was a beautiful combination there. So yeah, round 1 is definitely for Brad Rhea. So let's see. Round 2, come on. Round 2 comes on there, and Rhea, he's having a good movement. Rhea, he's it looks like he knows what he's. Cameron is on a back foot here. He's not going to win this fight. He's not going to win this by just running around. He's been cracked with a big shot. So he's a bit tentative in terms of staying in range. He's trying to get his feet underneath him. So yeah, you know, he's trying to survive, basically. Yeah, Brad Reyes, like, oh, Brad needs to go to the body. He needs to throw the jab to the body. Just mix in the jab, throw jab to the body and chest, right? And then you can come upstairs. But just throwing the body to the head, and I think Cameron is bleeding out of his nose. If I'm not mistaken here. I think Cameron is bleeding out of his nose there. But if he's already in trouble in round 2, then that's going to be a serious situation there. Kashmir says, I agree with you. Kashmir says, another one. Brad Reyes' quick hand speed is just troubling Liam Cameron here. Liam Cameron is he's bleeding out of his nose. Jeez, he doesn't look good in there, Liam Cameron. It's a sharp jab from Brad Reyes. Just really sharp, like. But he needs to go to the body. Just throw the jab to the body, and then throw the right hand upstairs. You know, he needs to mix. He needs to mix the shots up. Sorry. Kashmir says another one saved by the bell. Yeah. He was saved by the bell in round 1. If there was any more time in the first round, he would have gotten knocked out. You know, but Reyes winning this fight. He's boxing at his tempo. He's using the jab to take the fight. You know, he's in range. He's bloodied Cameron's nose, and it looks like he's more sharper in there. So yeah, he's winning the fight. Another good round for Brad Reyes. You know, you can't. Yeah. What have we got here? Yo, shout out to my brother Enzo at EMGM Sports. Enzo says, big up, Bright. Let's go. Who you got for the main event? Enzo, I have got Daniel Dubois. As I said, Daniel Dubois to stop Fabio Wardley between round 7 and round 10. That was my prediction. I've not changed it. I know that Daniel Dubois is coming to this fight a bit more heavier, but I don't think it changes my mind. I don't think that changes my mind. The fact that Dubois has come in heavy, I don't think changes my mind at all. I think, you know, Dubois is powerful. I think Fabio Wardley, you know, will come unstuck in this fight. But this is just how I feel. This is my prediction. Fabio Wardley could go in there and you know, and prove me wrong. He could stop Dubois. That's very, very possible. That's just... I picked Dubois based on the fact that he's a bit more experienced than Fabio, and he punches hard, and he's been at this level before, where I don't think Fabio has been at this level yet. So this is a test for Fabio. But I wouldn't be surprised if Fabio takes Dubois out in a devastating fashion. So yeah, shout out to EMGM Sports, man. My brother. Kofi says good round. Kofi says good round for Rhea. Think he wins late stoppage. Yeah. I think Rhea, you know, I think he will soften Liam Cameron up, and then I think he will stop him at some point in this fight. Oh, Cameron comes back with a flurry there. But this fight, these guys are fighting this fight in a phone booth. This is a phone booth fight. And the referee is doing the right thing. He's allowing them to work. Just let them work up close. Don't try and get involved and, you know, mess about with the fight. Just let them fight. You know? Let them fight. And that's what the referee's doing. He's not getting involved at all. Just let them fight. Yeah, Kofi said that, you know, Brad Weir is going to win this fight late. I agree with him. I do agree with Kofi. Yes, Eldon Joe. Shout out to Eldon Joe. Eldon Joe says, hello, Bright, you good? Yes, Eldon, I am good. I'm very good, my brother. Listen, Eldon, get in the chat. Let me know what you think about Dubois versus Wardley. Who wins this fight and what round and how? Let me know, because I haven't heard from you yet. So I need to know what you think about this fight. How do you see it? How do you break it down? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the chat. Shout out to Enzo. Enzo says, I've got Wardley between round 5 and 8. Okay. Wardley, Enzo has got Wardley winning between round 5 and round 8. Fair enough. Hey, look, guys, this fight, whoever makes a prediction, I can't disagree with, because it's that type of fight. You know, you just never know. You just don't know. Dubois can get in there and do something crazy. Dubois can get in there and quit, right? Dubois can get in there and just quit. And Fabio can get in there and stop Dubois. And Dubois can get in there and look like the Dubois against Anthony Joshua and stop Fabio. And Fabio can get in there and stop Dubois. You just never know. It's just one of those fights, right? Just one of those fights. So, it's just one of those fights. You just never know. So, I agree with Enzo with his prediction there. Yeah, it is what this fight is. But one thing, guys, one thing that I am super excited. One thing that I am is I'm super excited about this fight, because it is one of those heavyweight fights where you look at both fighters and you go, there's no back foot fighting in any of these guys. None at all. None of these guys are fighting on a back foot. Like, Fabio Wardley does not fight on a back foot. Daniel Dubois does not fight on a back foot. Both fighters will meet in the middle of the ring and it's going to be a shootout. That's exactly what we're going to get here. A shootout from the first bell. And I'm picking Daniel Dubois to win between round 7 and round 10. And I've seen a lot of predictions as well, and I cannot disagree with it. I can't. I just can't, because what a fight. What a night we're going to get in this fight. I can't wait. So yeah, shout out to Enzo. Shout out to Enzo, my guy. Cameron's Cash Money says Cameron is looking busted up. Yes. He's getting busted up in there. His nose is bleeding. You know, his eyes are puffed up. He's bleeding all over the place. Oh! That's it. He's done. Cameron is done. He's done. If he gets up there, he's done. He's done. He's done. I'm telling you, he's done. The referee needs to stop this fight. Cameron, listen. He's done. He's finished. Yeah, referee needs to stop the fight. Referee, just stop the fight. Just stop the fight. That's it. Listen, the way he was done. He was done. Jeez. Liam Cameron was done. He was done. That shot that he got hit with, that left hook, that was the end of it. You know, I said it. I said Liam Cameron is finished. He's done. He's not this, you know, he's been beaten one too many times. That's it. What a shot. Jeez. What a shot. What a shot. It was a short left hook, right? A short left hook in close range. Boom. When Cameron went down, I said, no, stop that. Look at that. Short left hook. Look at that. He comes a bit close. Short one. Boom. Yeah. 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 He was out on his feet. Cameron was out on his feet. And, jeez. What a shot. What a shot. Yeah. What a shot. That's it. That's the end. That's all she wrote. Yeah. That was a big shot. That was, yeah. He was hurt. He was hurt. From that first shot, yeah. That was it. That was the end of it. There was nothing that was gonna happen anymore in that fight. That was the end of it. Shout out to Reza. Reza says Dubois between round 4 and 7. Fair enough. Reza is picking Dubois to win this fight between round 4 and round 7. And I can't disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that. So, you know, Kashmir says boom. Yeah. He got hit with that left hook, man. Jeez. Yeah, he got hit with that left hook. Massive left hook. And then it was all she wrote then after that. Kashmir says, we called it, bro. Yes, we did. Yes. Liam Cameron is finished, guys. He is finished. He's a finished fighter. And, you know, no disrespect to him. He's been in the ring. It's tough to go into the squared circle, guys. Boxing is a tough sport. You know, boxing is probably the most difficult sport that there is. You know, I played football. Football is a team sport, and you know, if you're having an off day, you got players that can bail you out. Boxing, you're just in there by yourself with your opponent, and although you have, you know, team, you have training comes, but on the night you're just in there by yourself. And boxing is a tough sport. So credit to Liam Cameron. You know, he just got beaten by the better fighter, really. And that's it. Kofi said 2 big KOs back to back. Yes. 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 Absolutely. Shout out to Reza. Guys, if you have not clicked the like button, please do. Please click the like button. Please do click the like button if you have not yet. Click the like button, please. Kofi says, Cameron had a freakish result with Whitaker, but truth be told, he managed to change his life on the back end of it. But yeah, he's washed. Yeah. That result against Whitaker was it was his moment, right? He got his moment. He made some money. Probably take care of his family. Boxing is a tough sport, and but he was never, you know, a top fighter, and yeah, that's exactly why today you can see that left hook landed, and that was it. Really, that's what she wrote. You know. Cash Money says, I used to box, so respect to all fighters. Yes. Look, every fighter that steps in the ring deserves respect, man. Boxing is tough. Boxing is tough, man. So, respect to every fighter that steps in the ring. I hope that all of these guys will make some money so they can look after themselves and their families. You know? This is why, as fans who have a platform like myself, you know, people like myself who have a platform and a channel, that's why we have to do boxing justice. We have to report and be truthful, you know, say the truth and not run away from the truth, because boxing is a tough sport. And when we get the opportunity to, you know, talk about things in boxing where people can watch in all walks of life, in all places in the world, we have to represent boxing the right way. You know, boxing is a top sport. So credit to Liam Cameron. Hopefully he's made some good money and he can look after his family. But I think he's finished. I think he's done. I think that's the end of it. You know, I think he's done. Yeah. So right now, the next fight is Rafetti versus Essuman. Yeah. Rafetti versus Essuman coming up. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm looking forward to that fight. Guys, what do you guys think about Daniel Dubois coming back and teaming up with Don Charles? Do you guys think that's gonna make any difference in this fight? Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Daniel Dubois teaming up again with Don Charles. What do you guys think? Does it make any difference? Does it help Dubois? You know, in any way? Is Don Charles gonna change anything at all? You know? Is he gonna change anything at all? Do you guys think? Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about Dubois teaming up again with Don Charles. What do you guys think about that? Is that a good appointment? Has Dubois made the right decision? Is it gonna stand him in good stead? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Cash Money says, I'm excited for this fight too. Yes. Essuman versus Rafetti. It's gonna be a good fight. Essuman has a really good engine. Rafetti, good, decent fighter, quick on his feet. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna be entertaining one. This one. Guys, if you're in the chat and you have not hit the like button, then please do. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, then please do as well. I appreciate it. Yeah. Essuman versus Rafetti's, you know, it's going to be a good fight. All right, what have we got here? We've got Ben Newman. Ben Newman says, if they are not as good as taking hits anymore, I couldn't see AJ versus Andy lasting as long as before. Yeah, I understand what Ben is saying. I mean, with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, it's just like Joshua made some mistakes, right? He made a mistake in the first fight, and he paid for it. There's an adage in boxing: you can jab with a jabber, but you can't hook with a hooker. Andy Ruiz has short hands, short and quick hands in a close range. And the mistake that Joshua did in that fight is that Joshua was trading with a hooker in close range. If Joshua was throwing that lead left hook, right? The lead left hook from a range, that's fine because Andy Ruiz is short and Joshua has got the longer reach. But the mistake is that Joshua was trying to trade, going hook for hook in close range. And that is a mistake because Andy Ruiz has much quicker hands and he's a shorter fighter. So his advantages are in close range, and that was the end of it. You know, Joshua just couldn't recover after that. So, you know, that's the way it goes. Cash Money says it's not going to make any difference. Wardley is going to break him. You see? Cash Money just said, like, it doesn't matter what Daniel Dubois does. Wardley is going to break him. I must break him. You know, like some Ivan Drago stuff. Cash Money just say, listen, it doesn't matter what Daniel Dubois does. Fabio Wardley is going to break him. Let's see. I would not be surprised if Fabio Wardley just starches Daniel Dubois. Just starch him. Just take him out. I would not be surprised at all. Because this is that type of fight. Yes, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel yet. If you're in the chat, if you've never subscribed before, if you haven't hit the like button, then please do. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Eldin Joe. Eldin Joe says, I am backing Wardley in 4 rounds. Though nothing would surprise me. Yeah. I agree. I agree with Eldin. It's just, you know, it's just the way it is. Like this fight, you will not be surprised, right? You're not surprised. Whatever happens in this fight, nobody is surprised, because is that fight where anything can happen. Anything can happen. At any moment, this fight could end. At any single moment. Ben Newman says, sometimes they might figure out how to beat them after the first fight or lose to them. Yeah. You know, fighters, you always have an idea of a fighter once you fight them for the first time, which means that in the rematch you can do better. But in boxing, most of the times rematches, they go as the first fight. They go like the first fight. So yeah. So, you know, I think I think, I mean, rematches always go the same, Ben, in boxing. There's only a few fights that don't go the same, but most of the time, rematches tend to go the same. So yeah, Rafetti versus Essuman. Rafetti has got more knockouts than Essuman. Yeah, Rafetti has got more knockouts than Essuman. So this is another fight that's gonna end up in a knockout. Yeah. Essuman. He Essuman is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But he's 37, right? The guy's 37. So you ask yourself how far can he go, right? Is that the end of it? Has Father Time caught up with him? We'll see. We'll see if Father Time has caught up with him. Ben Newman says, when Daniel is 30 and Usyk is 40, something I could still see Usyk being able to beat Daniel. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. Father Time is undefeated, Ben. You know, Usyk is not super. Usyk is not superhuman. Usyk is human. At some point, if Usyk keeps fighting, someone's gonna beat him. This is how boxing goes. If you keep taking on good opponents after good opponents, you're gonna get stopped at some point because that's how boxing goes. You know? Yeah. So that's the way boxing works. Kashmir says this isn't going the distance. Someone is getting knocked out for sure. Yes, Rafetti has got good knockout percentage. Essuman not so much good knockout percentage, but he's a good fighter. So yeah, I can see this fight not going the distance as Kashmir is saying. I agree. I can see this fight not going the distance at all. Kashmir is right. James Dixon. Yes, James. Shout out to James. And shout out to the whole of Scotland. James says, hey, Bright. Hey, chat. Yes. Shout out to James. Welcome to the stream, James. I hope you're okay. I hope everything is fine. James, what do you think? Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Who wins? Let me know who wins, James, and tell me your reason behind why you're picking who you pick in this fight. I'm really interested to know because for me, this fight is hard to pick. It's hard to predict because both fighters are so reckless defensively that, you know, you just never know. But James, let me know what you think about this fight. Who do you think wins and how? Shout out to James. Shout out to James Dixon. Okay. Essuman versus yeah. It's going to be a good fight. This is also going to be a good fight. Going to be a good fight, this one. All right, guys, this is it. Round number 1. Rafetti versus Essuman. Anything can happen in this fight. This is that fight where anything can happen. So, yeah, this is a 50-50 fight as well. Good job by Essuman there. Oh, big right hand by Rafetti there. Essuman has to be careful. Rafetti is sharp in the beginning. You know, in the first round, he's sharp. You just can't be taking risks over there. You know, he cannot be taking risks. He needs to be very careful. He needs to be very careful. Good head movement by Essuman there. He's moving around the ring really well. Rafetti is fighting on the front foot, but he needs to. Good jab, and a right hand to the body by Rafetti, but Essuman comes back with a number of jabs there. Yeah, good shot by Essuman there. It's a competitive round, this one, It's a competitive round. I mean, Essuman is moving a lot. I mean, he's called the engine. He's got the ability to stay moving on his feet. But is he going to do that for the whole of the 12 rounds? Right? Is he going to be able to do that for 12 rounds? Is he going to be able to do that the whole fight? Oh. Yeah. I think Rafetti landed the better shot, right? The eye-catching shots. I think Rafetti landed those better than Essuman. So for me, Rafetti, this one, to be fair. For me, Rafetti has taken this round. Yeah, guys, I don't think this fight goes the distance. I don't think this fight goes distance. Shout out to James Dixon. James says Daniel Dubois wins this fight inside 10 rounds. Fabio won't be able to withstand DDT power. Okay, all right. So James is saying Dubois wins this fight inside 10. Dubois is going to be too powerful, too much power, and Fabio wouldn't be able to take that. So that's what James is predicting. Fair enough. Good job by Essuman there. Essuman is 37. Oh, big right hand by Rafetti there. It was a quick 1-2. Yeah, Rafetti is looks thick set. It looks like he's bigger than Essuman in there. He looks like he's massive. And every time the Essuman just makes mistakes. Oh, big shot by Rafetti there. Essuman is getting tagged. Every time he tries to do anything, he's getting tagged in there. Getting tagged in there, you know? Oh, big good jabs by Rafetti. And although, oh, big right hand by Rafetti. And he clinches. He smothers the short. You know, he smothers Essuman's shot, but he landed a big shot there. Essuman is working hard this round, but Rafetti is looking good. Rafetti is looking better. Oh, nice right hand by Essuman there. Oh, another big right hand there. That overhand right. Essuman is having success with the overhand right. You know? Oh, that's a good run for Essuman there. He literally just takes, you know, he takes the last. It takes the last minute of the round. You know? This fight is even. You know, Fabio Wardley's team, one thing that I've realized is Fabio Wardley's team and his managers, and they keep talking about Daniel Dubois quitting. They keep talking about when times get tough, it's either sink or swim, and Daniel Dubois tends to swim, tends to sink, sorry. So it feels as though they are banking on Dubois to quit in this fight. They're thinking they can take Dubois to a place where he will quit. That's what I think they think, you know? And they shouldn't underestimate Daniel Dubois, you know? They shouldn't. Because, and I did a video on this about when Dubois quits and when he doesn't. Dubois quits when he's not getting success. When he's not landing, when he's been frustrated, when he's been pinged about, that's when he quits. Fabio Wardley doesn't have that style. Fabio Wardley, oh, Essuman here is going for broke. Essuman is having early success in this round 3. Yeah, Essuman is on the ascendancy here. He's looking sharp. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, Daniel Dubois, he quits when he's not having success. So, you know, Fabio Wardley cannot underestimate Daniel Dubois. He can't. Otherwise, he'll be in big trouble. Ben Newman says maybe that was wishful thinking when you said round number 1. I thought that was Daniel versus Wardley. Yeah. I don't think it's going to end in round 1, this fight. Definitely not. Definitely this fight doesn't end in round 1. Oh, Rafetti lands a big... Oh. Essuman is bleeding. Essuman is bleeding in this, in this round. Jeez. They need to find a way to stop that bleeding, because otherwise it's gonna get into his eyes. Oh, his eyes is bleeding there. Rafetti has taken control of this fight, and he's landing at will. Essuman looks like he's in trouble. He needs to survive this round. Oh, big shot there. Essuman looks in trouble. He needs to survive this round so he can get this cut all patched up. Because if He's got 29 seconds on the clock here. He can't keep taking big shots. He can't see from the left eye. Yeah. Jeez. His eyes are shut closed. Kashmir said Rafetti was looking sharp, and then Essuman is bleeding. He's been cut, and his face is a mess. His face is a mess in there. Rafetti did take this round for me, but Essuman, they need to work on the cuts there. He looks bothered. You know, it looks like that cut is serious. Was it a Oh yeah, that was a cut. That cut was from a short. That cut was from a short there. So yeah, they need to try and stem that bleed. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem. But if you're Rafetti, you just go and worsen that bleeding. You get in there and hit that bleeding again. Just open it up. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Essuman is he knows that his cut will open again if he gives Rafetti the opportunity to land big shots in there. Oh, Essuman is gone in the ascendance. He's gone in the attack here. Essuman is gone in the attack. He's swinging. Yeah, Essuman is swinging like a madman. Oh. His eye open again. Is Essuman's eye open again? Oh, his eye looks nasty. Essuman's eye looks nasty. It's 1 minute and 38 seconds on the clock. It's 1 minute and 38 seconds on 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock here. He needs to do something. He needs to do something. That shot, that eye looks bad, Essuman. You know? Rafetti is winning this round. Essuman is taking a lot of punishment. Yeah, his eye is closing. Yeah, his eye is closing. This fight is 12 rounds, and Essuman's eye is closed already. Somewhere in round 6, the eye is gonna get worse. The eye is gonna get worse, and Rafetti is just up in the ante there. He's turning up the stove. He's turning up the heat in the kitchen, and I'm not sure that Essuman would be able to take the heat because he can't see from the left eye, and Rafetti is landing at will on that left eye. Jeez. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't. We're now watching Essuman versus Rafetti, and so far Rafetti is winning this fight. Essuman is being cut on the left eye, and the bleed is getting into his eye, and that looks very seriously. Yeah. They 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 might be underestimating Daniel Dubois, you know, Fabio Wardley's team. They keep thinking that he'll quit. But if Dubois quits again, then Dubois is done. If Daniel Dubois quits again, then that's it, you know. Then yeah, I think that's the end of it, guys. Daniel Dubois cannot quit. He cannot quit this fight. He can't. By any means, he cannot quit. If he quits, that's it. That's the end of his career. Yeah, Essuman is trying to get a hold of the fight, right? He's losing this fight, he's bleeding, and he's trying to get hold of the fight, and it's tough. When the other fighter is on the ascendancy, you're bleeding, and you're just not looking good. Oh, big right hand by Rafetti there. Yeah. Rafetti's boxing really well. He's sharp. He's sharp in there. Essuman, he has to try and not get more shots on that eye. The more the eye opens, the more problems he has. He needs to try and not take a lot of punches on the eye. But so far, Rafetti is boxing to his game plan. Oh, big right hand by Essuman there. Yeah, his eye looks crazy, Essuman. Essuman's eye looks crazy. They need to try and stop that bleeding. They need to try and stop that bleeding as soon as possible there. Because his eye looks crazy. Fabio Wardley is getting his hands wrapped. Daniel Dubois is getting his hands wrapped as well. Dubois is getting his hands wrapped. All right. 6th round. Essuman versus Rafetti. And so far, Rafetti is having success. Is having this fight all his way. And Rafetti is having this fight all his way. You know, and Essuman Essuman is in trouble. His eye is bleeding. His eye is closing shut. At some point, the referee is going to ask to have a look at this eye. You know? At some point, the referee is going to ask to have a look at this eye. Cash Money says, Echo eye is messed up. Yeah. His eye is just... His eye is an absolute... His eye is looking crazy. And Rafetti just can't... He can't miss. He can't miss throwing that right hand onto that eye. Rafetti's landed some big shots there, and Essuman looks crazy. He looks bad. Yeah, he's getting busted up. Yeah, Essuman is getting busted up there. His eye is closing. Maybe his corner needs to do the right thing here. Yeah. Look. Essuman's corner has to try and get him out of this fight. His eye is getting closed. He's getting busted up. There's no point. Yeah, Essuman is trying to survive. And they need to stop this fight. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the end of it. Rafetti wins this fight. Echo Essuman's eye was a mess. It's over. It is over. It is over. It is over. His eye was a mess. Yeah. Yeah, he's finished. Echo Essuman's eye was a mess. The corner, they did the right thing. You take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Yeah. 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 That's it. You got to take him out. Take him out. His eye is bleeding. And he couldn't see. He couldn't see. There's no point just keeping him in there, taking shots after shots. That's the end of it. That's the end of it, man. It took too many shots. Too many shots on the eye, Essuman. And yeah. Ben Newman says, why do you think it will take as long as 10 rounds for Daniel to knock out Wardley? Is it because he's never been stopped? That's a good question. I think it'll take 10 rounds because Wardley is tough, right? Wardley's tough and he can take a shot. But I think Daniel Dubois is going to come through some issues in this fight before he can stop Wardley, if he's going to stop him, right? I think he's going to stop him up until round 10. So I think because Wardley, is a tough fighter and he can take a shot. So Dubois would have to soften him up before he takes him out of there. Definitely. So yeah. Cash Money says it's over. Yes. Yes, it was Cash Money. He was getting busted up in there, Essuman. And yeah. He was getting busted up in there. Yeah, Rafetti looks like a good fighter. Good win by Rafetti. Good win. Yeah. Kashmir says, Bright, did you watch the fight between Rafetti? No, I didn't watch the fight between Chamberlain. What? I mean, I guess Rafetti won that fight, right? Because he's undefeated, but I didn't watch that fight, Kashmir. What happened in that fight? What happened? What happened in that fight? Yes, I will. Cashmoney says, if not, check it out when you can. I will check it out. I will check that fight out. Definitely. I'll check it out. All right, guys, this is it, right? We're going to the main event. The fight that we've been waiting for. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Yeah. Look. This is it, guys. This is it. The main event is coming up. Daniel Dubois, or, let's say Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley is the champion, so we got to give him respect by, saying his name first, right? We got to give him respect. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois is coming up. This is it. This is the fight we all been waiting for. Ben Newman says, do you think it would have taken a bit longer for a young AJ to be stopped, being hit with the same power as Dubois? I mean, we saw Anthony Joshua get hit with a big shot by Vladimir Klitschko. He went down, he got up, right? And Klitschko hits hard. Klitschko has power. So who knows? You're not 100% sure. We're not sure exactly, but power is power, guys. When you're hit by a heavyweight, it hurts and it's tough, you know. So I'm not sure if Joshua, even if he was younger, that he'll be able to take those big shots from Daniel Dubois. I'm not sure. What a fight. Good fight. Yeah, he Essuman just got hit. He got hit with a shot which messed about with his eye, and he just never recovered from that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it was the right thing to do for his team to take him out. Yeah. Yeah, Essuman just take a lot of shots there, you know? That's it. Fabio Wardley is getting ready in his corner. Daniel Dubois is warming up as well. What a fight. What a fight we've got on our hands. What a fight, guys. John Parkinson says, I'll pick Wardley in 7. Probably wrong. Either way, a throwback fight. Yeah. Regardless of however you see this fight, this is one for the fans. This is one for the fans, guys. It doesn't matter who you pick in this fight. This is one for the fans. It's gonna be a good fight, this one. It's gonna be a very good fight. Fabio Wardley, I think, would be looking to throw the overhand right. I think that's a fight that's a shot that he's been practicing. I could see that in the thing that he's been practicing that shot. So I think he's gonna take that shot. I think he's gonna find a way to take that shot. You know? I think he's gonna take that shot, man. I think Fabio is gonna take that overhand right. Cash Money says, here we go. Yes. This is it, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. This is it. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Goodness gracious. You just don't know, right? You can't tell how this fight is gonna go. It's unpredictable. Shout out to Will G7971. Will G7971. Shout out to him. He said Dubois. So Will G is picking Daniel Dubois to win this fight. Will G is picking Daniel Dubois to win this fight. Guys, I'm looking at the poll. Right now in the chat. And 67% of you guys have voted for Wardley to win this fight. And 36% of you guys have voted for Daniel Dubois to win this fight. So I'm just looking at the poll now. And as you can see the poll in the chat, and a lot of you guys are picking Wardley to win this fight. You know? A lot of you guys are picking Wardley to win. Currently it's 62 in favor of Wardley and 38 to Daniel Dubois. So yeah, people are picking Fabio Wardley to win this fight more than Daniel Dubois. Guys, if you haven't voted yet, get in the comments, get in the chat and vote. If you have not liked yet, please hit the like button and let me know what you think about this fight. Let me know. This is it. It's time. We go. You know, it's time to go. It's time to watch the fight now. All predictions will be over very soon. Ben Newman says it could be underestimating Daniel's power by saying AJ was old. Yeah. I see what you mean, Ben. I see what you mean. Will G7971 says, let's go. Yes, Will. Let's go, Will. As Will says, let's go, guys. This is it. And then Will has got the boxing gloves emoji. Will is excited about this fight. Will is excited about this fight. I am excited, guys. I'm super excited about this fight because you just never know. You just don't know how this fight ends. You know what round it ends. It is a fight where anything can happen at any time, and that's why we're here. That's why we're watching this fight. Will G says, thank you, brother. Yes, Will, thank you for turning up. Thank you for coming in the chat and giving and you know telling us your thoughts about this fight, Will. Thank you. Kashmir says Wardley. So Kashmir has been consistent. He's picking Wardley to win this fight. Absolutely. Ben Newman says, if they have never lost, it could be hard to believe they will lose. Yeah, I mean, that's boxing, isn't it, Ben? Boxing is, you know, if someone looks like they are, unbeatable, that doesn't mean that they're unbeatable. This is boxing. One shot can change anything. And especially in the heavyweight division, you know, you just never know. All right, so you've got Will G says, I'm going to predict Dubois win by a KO in round 3. Fair enough. Shout out to Will. Will is saying that Daniel Dubois is going to win this fight between round 3. Well, I can't disagree with that. Guys, anybody that predicts this fight at any round, I cannot disagree with it. Because this is that type of fight that nobody can say for certain that they know what's going to happen in this fight. You just don't. Both fighters are brilliant going forward in terms of landing the big right hand, landing the big shot. But both fighters are extremely reckless when it comes to their defenses, right? Both have poor defense. And someone is going to get knocked out in this fight. That I can tell you for sure. That someone gets knocked out. And I'm picking Daniel Dubois to stop Fabio Wardley. But as I said, I will not be surprised if Wardley stops Dubois as soon as possible in this fight. Cash Money says Wardley round 6. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ben Newman says maybe facing people without the power of Daniel has made Wardley look unstoppable. Yeah. It's, you know, it's not. Wardley hasn't fought anyone with the power of Daniel Dubois. So that is definitely 100% certain. That's for certain. That Wardley has not fought anyone with Dubois' power. Frank Warren. Frank Warren. Shout out to brother BKLS Sports Entertainment Show. He says, shout out to everyone in the chat, including Bright Show Podcast. Keep up a good work on the channel. Appreciate it. Shout out from South Bronx. Brother BKL Contrast, aka Sports Entertainment Guy. Hey, shout out to brother BKL. Do you know what? Brother BKL is the first American that has come on the show, on the channel, and hasn't accused us Brits of, drugging David Morell. Like, there was this guy that came in here and said that we drugged David Morell for losing to, Chali. So, shout out to brother BKL. Thank you very much, brother BKL, for coming on the channel. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. And I'd love to see you more when we do these live chats. And we're going to do some live shows where we can take calls and you guys can call in and you can have your say as well. So guys, I'm excited to do more shows on this channel regarding calling shows where a lot of you guys can come in here and share your thoughts and we can discuss boxing by calling as well. So that's something that we're going to do. So shout out to brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show. Thank you for coming on the channel. Thank you for the kind words. And, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you. Ben Newman says, even in sparring, Wardley wasn't facing a Daniel with the same power as he has now. Do you know what? Guys, the thing is that Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley has sparred before. They sparred a number of rounds before. And Fabio Wardley has admitted himself that he has, Daniel Dubois has had the upper hand in sparring. So Fabio has admitted that Daniel was a better fighter when they've sparred. So I think that, Daniel Dubois would take a lot of confidence into this fight. And if you guys would remember, Daniel Dubois did spar Anthony Joshua before. And he took a lot of confidence from that into the fight. So Daniel Dubois will take a lot of confidence in this fight, to bring into this fight based on the sparring sessions that they had a few years ago. So it'll be interesting to see how Fabio Wardley does with a Daniel Dubois that is confident, that kind of knows him, knows his fighting style because he's sparred him before. So this is going to be interesting. Shout out to Will G. Will G says Dubois with a with a right straight to the head for a KO or hook to the body. Yeah, so Will G is basically saying that Dubois is gonna land that, big right hand, straight right hand, straight down the pipe, and put this fight, out of the reach of Fabio Wardley. Fair enough. You know what? Will G is very precise with his prediction so far tonight. So it'll be interesting to see if that's what happens exactly the way Will G is predicting this fight. Kashmir says, welcome, brother BKL. Yes, brother BKL. Salute, my brother. Salute. And Kashmir, as Kashmir always comes through. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, brother BKL. And as you can see there, brother BKL says, fellas, absolutely, brother BKL, respect to our brothers in the US. Respect to those guys over there. We appreciate it, man. Mosey Talma to fight the winner of this fight. Mosey Talma to fight the winner of this fight. Mosey Talma to win this fight. Mosey Talma to fight the winner of this fight. What a fight this is a brilliant fight, guys. This is a brilliant fight. Yes, guys, don't forget, keep hitting the like button. Keep Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is walking to the ring right now. Dubois is doing his ring walk. He's wearing all black. He's wearing black shorts. He's wearing black boots. Daniel Dubois is coming in like Mike Tyson in the 80s. Daniel Dubois is coming into the ring like Mike Tyson in the 80s. He's wearing all black. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great fight. Cash Money says, let's go, champ. Yeah. What a fight. What a fight. Nah. Yeah. So, Daniel Dubois is 28. Fabio Wardley is 31. They're both 6'5" each. These guys are neck to neck, around the same sort of dimensions as well, Let's go, guys. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Ben Newman says, AJ thinks Daniel would beat Prime Mike Tyson. When did he say that? When did Anthony Joshua say that he thinks Daniel will beat Prime Mike Tyson? I've not heard that one yet. I've not heard that one. Dubois is ready. Dubois is not playing games. Dubois is not playing games, guys. Okay, so Dubois is about to walk in the ring. Dubois is walking in the ring fast. Of course, because he's the challenger. Dubois is walking to the ring. Dubois is walking to the ring with his brother. His little brother. Daniel Dubois has won 3 of his last 5. He's won against Jaromir Miller, Filip Hrgović, Anthony Joshua, and then he's lost twice against Alexander Usyk. So Daniel Dubois is coming into this fight. Jeez. Daniel Dubois. Dubois looks locked in. Dubois looks like he's ready for war. Daniel Dubois is ready for war. Jeez. Kashmir says Daniel Dubois looks locked in. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Dubois looks like Dubois looks, you know, super locked in, super dialed in. And yeah, this is going to be a brilliant fight. Ben Newman says, I suppose Daniel and Wardley has not much of age difference, even if people might get a bit weaker in their 30s. Not much of an age gap for that factor. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, Daniel Dubois is 28, Fabio Wardley is 31. So yeah, it's not, you know, Fabio is not done yet. He's 31, he's in his prime, isn't he? Fabio Wardley is walking to the ring. Wardley's walking to the ring. He looks serious. Wardley looks locked in as well, guys. I really don't know how this fight goes. This is one of those fights where nobody knows, right? You just don't know. You just never know. You just never know. Wardley is locked in. Fabio Wardley has won 4 of his last 5 fights. He's beaten David Adelaide, and then he drew against Fraser Clark, and then he won against Fraser Clark, and then he beats Joseph Parker, and then he beats Justice Hooney. So Fabio Wardley has been on a good run. Fabio Wardley has been on a really good run, and he's had a lot of success recently. So Daniel Dubois knows that he's in there with someone that is locked in, that knows exactly what he's doing, and what a fight. This is a great fight. Ben Newman says, will Daniel get stronger or better up to age 30? Who knows? Ben, what we need to see is this fight. If Daniel Dubois gets blown out in 2 rounds, then I think he's done. I think he's done at the top level. If Dubois quits in this fight, I think he's done as well. If Dubois puts up a competitive fight and gets stopped later on, like round 10, round 11, he can come back again. He's still young. But if Dubois gets blown out in the first 4 rounds, or he quits, then I think that's it. Then I think, you know, I don't think Dubois has got much left in him if that happens. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Fabio Wardley versus Dynamite Dubois. What a fight. Look, who's the referee for this fight? Oh, gosh. The referee is Howard Foster. He should not stop this fight when it doesn't need to be stopped. We don't want this fight being stopped when it does not need to be stopped. Okay, so they're introducing Daniel Dubois first. Dubois looks focused. Daniel Dubois looks... Kashmir says, "Oh no, Howard Foster." Yeah. We don't want him stopping this fight when it doesn't need to be stopped. Seriously, Howard Foster needs to just leave the fighters to work. He needs to leave them to work. We don't need any controversy in this fight. Fabio Wardley looks dialed in as well. Fabio Wardley looks dialed in as well, guys. This is it. Fabio Wardley looked dialed in. This is it, guys. This is it. Stop whatever you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing. This is it, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Round number 1. Jeez. This is it. Two big guys. There is so much power in this fight. There's so much power on display that this fight does not go the distance. It can't be. There's way too much jeopardy and power. This is it, round 1. Let's go. Jeez, Fabio Wardley throws a big right hand there. He doesn't connect. Oh! Fabio Wardley put Dubois on his bum there. Is Dubois hurt? Is he hurt? That is an overhand right. Dubois looks at his corner. He looks at his father. Is he going to survive this round? Jeez, that's a big shot there. Fabio Wardley's looking to finish this fight in the first round. What a shot. Jeez. Fabio Wardley caught Daniel Dubois cold. Jeez, Daniel Dubois throws a big shot back to Fabio Wardley. I told you guys, this fight does not end in 12 rounds. There's way too much jeopardy in this fight. There's too much power on display for this fight to end in 12 rounds. Jeez, Daniel Dubois on his bum in the first round. Jeez. Fabio Wardley keeps throwing that overhand right. Daniel Dubois needs to be careful with the overhand right. But Dubois needs to establish his jab. Dubois needs to establish his jab. Oh, both fighters on the canvas there. The referee needs to have a conversation with both fighters. Referee needs to have a conversation with both fighters. The referee needs to have a conversation with both fighters. Jeez. Good right to the body there by Fabio. Daniel Dubois comes on top with his own right hand. Fabio is winging the shots too much. Fabio is winging the overhand right too much. He needs to take his time. Daniel Dubois needs to establish the jab. Oh! Fabio lands a big shot there. Fabio throws that uppercut and he misses. Jeez, what a fight already. What a fight already. Whoever lands big, this is it. Whoever lands there. Good jab by Daniel Dubois and good jab by Wardley as well. Fabio Wardley is winging that overhand right. He's missing because he's just winging. He's not throwing it straight. That is the problem here. That's his problem. And he's missing. Dubois has to make him pay. Fabio Wardley is missing a lot and Dubois has to make him pay. Oh, big uppercut by Fabio there. Fabio misses another shot. Fabio is making a lot of mistakes there and Dubois needs to make him pay. Fabio's footwork is not good and he's lunging in. He's lunging in there and he's making a mistake. And oh, what a round. Guys, how are you feeling about round one? Jeez. Of course, this is a Fabio Wardley round because he puts Dubois on his bum. So this is a 10-8 round. This is a 10-8 round. But my goodness, what a round. What a round. These guys are throwing bombs. These guys are throwing absolute bombs in there. Kashmir says, boom. That's when that overhand right hit. Crazy fight. Kashmir says, crazy first round. Yeah. Jeez. What a first round. It was an overhand right. Look at that. Ah. Yeah, he landed that overhand right, man. Jeez. Round number 2, let's go. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. Good job by Dubois there. Good job by Dubois. And Dubois throws some good shots there and he misses. But Fabio... Yeah, Dubois needs to work off the jab. Dubois needs to work off the jab. Dubois needs to work off the jab. He can't... he can't... Jeez. Dubois misses there with a big chopping right hand. But Fabio is missing so much. He's throwing that shot. Dubois just take a step back and he needs to make him miss. Big shot there by Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley tries to move out of the way. Good jab by Daniel Dubois. Dubois is warming himself back into the fight. Fabio Wardley is just throwing that overhand right. He's too excited with that overhand right. And what Dubois is not making Fabio pay. That's the problem. Dubois is not making Fabio pay, but Dubois is having more success in this round. Right? Dubois is having more success in the second round, I would say. And Fabio is just missing. He's just missing. But Dubois needs to stay behind the jab. Dubois needs to stay behind his jab. Needs to take his time and stay behind the jab. Oh, big shot by Dubois there. Fabio is on the ropes. Dubois was on the canvas in the first round, and it seems as though he's gotten his wits back. Fabio needs to calm down, definitely, because he's winging that shot. Whoa! Dubois throws a big right hand there, and it misses Fabio. But Dubois is having success, more success in this fight than he had in this round that he had in the first round. Dubois is having more. Kashmir says Fabio needs to calm down. Yes, he's way too excited with the right hand over with the right hand over the top. He's way too excited. He's missing too much. Fabio Wardley is just missing too much. You know? This is a Daniel Dubois round. Definitely. Fabio Wardley's lips are, you know, Fabio Wardley is bleeding out the mouth. But this is a Daniel Dubois round. This is a Daniel Dubois round. This is a Daniel Dubois round, for sure. Guys, get in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling so far with this fight. Good job by Daniel Dubois. Jeez. How are you guys feeling about this fight so far? Daniel Dubois wins the second round. Fabio Wardley wins the first round, which was a 10-8 round. But Daniel Dubois wins the second round, which was a 10-9 round to Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley is too excited with the right hand and is making way too many mistakes there. He's swinging and winging everywhere. Yeah, I mean, Dubois needs to. Good job by Dubois. Oh, big right hand by Daniel Dubois there. Fabio Wardley looks like he felt that. It looks like Fabio felt that right hand. It looks like Fabio felt that right hand. It looks like Dubois feels that he can land something big. Listen, the referee needs to speak to them about punching when he tells them to stop. Oh, Daniel Dubois take the knee. Daniel Dubois taking the knee. What's going on here? Daniel Dubois taking the knee. What is going on here? Is he going to quit? Is he going to quit? Is Fabio going to stop him? Is this the end of the fight? Daniel Dubois takes the knee. Fabio Wardley is looking to finish this fight. It is round 3. 1 minute 24 seconds on the clock here, and Daniel Dubois looks bothered. Daniel Dubois looks in all sort of trouble, and Fabio Wardley needs to calm down. Fabio Wardley, if he's going to win this fight, he needs to be careful. Daniel Dubois is hurt, but he's not totally out of this fight. Dubois is hurt, but he's not totally out of this fight. Fabio Wardley needs to take his time. He's too excited, and he's swinging and winging the shots. He needs to put the shots together very well. He needs to throw it straight rather than just winging it. He will allow Dubois to come back into the fight. But Fabio Wardley has put Dubois. Oh, Daniel Dubois has landed a big shot there. Fabio Wardley looks in trouble. It looks like Fabio Wardley's hurt. But Daniel needs to go on the attack and see if he can hurt Fabio a little bit more. But Dubois took a knee. He took the count in this round. So far, it's a 10-8 round to Fabio Wardley. But can Daniel Dubois turn this fight around? Can he get a knockdown as well? Can he get a knockdown? Can Daniel Dubois get a knockdown, or is Fabio Wardley going to land something big? That, my friends, is heavyweight boxing. 2 heavyweights going blow for blow, going toe to toe. Daniel Dubois, once again, has been knocked down. And that is a 10-8 round. That is a 10-8 round. That is a 10-8 round. Daniel Dubois has been knocked down twice in this fight. That is the overhand right there. That is the overhand right. Kashmir says, boom. Daniel Dubois has been on his knee twice. But Dubois is showing heart. Dubois is showing heart in there. Dubois is showing heart in there. He's been knocked down twice and he's still in there. This is round 4 and Daniel Dubois is still in the fight. And he's been knocked down twice. Fabio Wardley is just... Good job by Dubois. Good job by Dubois there. They both clashed heads. Referee said, be careful. Oh! Big shot there by Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley looks like he's hurt. Big shot. Fabio Wardley takes some big shots there. Fabio Wardley takes some big shots there. Fabio Wardley's just throwing wild shots. Yeah, Wardley just throwing wild shots, and Fabio Wardley just winging the shots instead of throwing it straight. That's been his mistake in this fight, and Dubois is not making him pay for those mistakes there. You know, Dubois is not making Fabio pay for those mistakes. Yeah. Oh! Daniel Dubois lands a big shot there. Fabio Wardley takes it. Fabio Wardley takes that shot. But he's not hurt. Fabio Wardley's not hurt. It looks like he's alert. But that was a big shot. That was a big shot by Daniel Dubois. Oh! Another right hand by Daniel Dubois. Another right hand by Daniel Dubois there. Fabio Wardley has got something in his eye. Dubois has to take advantage. Oh! Left and right by Daniel Dubois. Dubois is landing some big shots there. Oh! Dubois needs to use the jab to set up the right hand. Dubois needs to use the jab to set up the right hand. Dubois is having a better round in this fight. Dubois comes back in this round. Dubois is winning this round. He's landed some big shots from Fabio. Fabio has missed a lot of shots in this round, and Dubois is on the ascendancy here. Dubois is on the ascendancy here, and he's looking good. Fabio has let Dubois back into the fight. Fabio has let Dubois back into the fight. Yeah. Yeah. Good round by Dubois. Good round by Daniel Dubois there. Good round by Daniel Dubois. That was a Daniel Dubois round. Fabio Wardley is making a lot of mistakes there, and he's letting Daniel Dubois back into the fight. Jeez. That's a big shot. Yeah. Wardley actually took the sting. Wardley took the sting out of that shot. So it landed, but it didn't land like flush the way Daniel wants it to land, right? Fabio took the sting out of that round. Don Charles just slapped Daniel Dubois' face and said, "Wake up." Did you guys see that? Did you guys see Don Charles slapping Daniel Dubois? Slapping Daniel Dubois' face, telling him to wake up. Oh, Daniel Dubois lands a jab there, and Fabio Wardley just wobbles on his feet. Dubois lands a jab, and Fabio Wardley wobbles on his feet. Round number 5. Daniel Dubois is on the ascendancy here. Daniel is on the ascendancy. Fabio Wardley keeps letting Daniel Dubois back into this fight. Fabio Wardley keeps letting Daniel Dubois back into this fight. Fabio Wardley looks tired. Fabio Wardley looks tired. Wardley looks tired. And Dubois looks like he's on the ascendancy. Both guys are missing. But Daniel Dubois needs to take his time. Fabio Wardley needs to be careful, because what he's doing is he's missing way too much, and he ends up on the canvas. He ends up on the ropes. Sorry. So Daniel, big right hand by Daniel Dubois there. Is Fabio Wardley hurt? No, it doesn't look like he's hurt. Good job by Daniel Dubois. Good job, but Daniel Dubois is taking control of this fight by landing some really good jabs there. And Dubois is back winning this fight. Fabio Wardley is losing this fight. Fabio Wardley is losing this fight. So far, Dubois is pressing forward. Dubois is landing some really good jabs. Dubois is landing the right hand. And Fabio is on the back foot. He has to find a way. He has to do something different to what he's been doing. That's not working. And his gum shield has come out. Fabio Wardley's gum shield have come out. And they got to put in. They got to put it in. And the referee, and they've stopped the timer. The time is 33 seconds left in round number 5. And Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois is on the ascendancy. And Dubois is on the ascendancy here in this fight. The momentum has swung in Daniel Dubois' favor. Yeah, Daniel Dubois is on the ascendancy here. And Fabio Wardley looks in all sorts of bother. Fabio Wardley looks in all sorts of bother in this round. And Daniel Dubois is having his way. Daniel Dubois is having his way in this round. And once again, that's a Daniel Dubois round. It looks like Fabio Wardley It looks like Daniel Dubois. It looks like they had to wake Daniel Dubois up. The jab. The jab, man. Daniel Dubois' jab is prolific in this fight. And he's able to get the jab going after round number 4. After he's been knocked down a few times. He's been able to get the jab going. Dubois has shown heart in this fight. Dubois has shown that he can get back from getting knocked down and still stay competitive. And right now, he's very competitive in this fight. And Fabio Wardley looks like he's in trouble. It looks like he's run out of ideas, Fabio Wardley. But Daniel Dubois has to be careful. Dubois has to be careful and he has to be aware. You know? Dubois has to be careful and he has to be aware, because at any moment there, Fabio can land something. So Dubois has to be careful. Kashmir says Fabio is looking tired. Yes. Fabio is looking in all sort of problem there. Fabio is having problems. He doesn't know how to overcome. Fabio doesn't know how to overcome the pressure that Daniel Dubois is mounting. And Fabio is looking in all sort of bother in there. Good job by Daniel Dubois. Dubois is winning this round again. You know, good job by Daniel Dubois. That's what Dubois needs to do. Big shot by Daniel Dubois there. Yeah, incredible jab by Daniel Dubois. From round 4 onwards, Dubois established his jab, and that's what he's controlling this fight with. You know, Dubois is controlling this fight with the jab. And that's what Dubois is doing, and Fabio needs to do something different. Oh, big right hand there by Daniel Dubois. And Fabio Wardley's nose. And Fabio Wardley's nose is all bleeding all over the place. Oh, Fabio Wardley's bleeding all over the place. 44 seconds on the clock, and Fabio Wardley looks in trouble. Fabio Wardley is in trouble. And Daniel Dubois is putting pressure on Fabio Wardley. And Fabio Wardley doesn't know what to do. Oh, good jab there. Oh, Daniel Dubois has got Fabio Wardley hurt. It's going to stop him. It's going to stop him. Oh, Fabio Wardley's in trouble there. Fabio Wardley's moving all over the ring. He is in serious trouble. Fabio Wardley's hurt. Fabio Wardley's hurt. One shot can take him out. One shot can take him out there. One shot can take him out. Daniel Dubois needs to stop Fabio Wardley. Oh, Fabio Wardley's going to go. What is going on there? Is the bell going to save him? Is the bell going to save Fabio Wardley? He's hurt. Oh my goodness. What a round. What a round. What a round. Round number 6. What a round. Fabio Wardley is hurt. Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble there. What a round. What a round round 6 is. Daniel Dubois puts the jab on Fabio Wardley's nose, and then it is all sort of trouble. Fabio Wardley is just in all sort of bother, and Daniel Dubois just swings everywhere. Daniel Dubois is all over Fabio Wardley like white on rice. Oh my goodness. It was the jab. The jab. Daniel Dubois' jab was just prolific, and he just landed some big shots there. Oh my goodness, Fabio Wardley is in serious trouble. Fabio Wardley, if he doesn't take care, he's going to get stopped. If Fabio Wardley could get stopped here. Oh, big shot by Daniel Dubois there. Fabio Wardley is in trouble again. Fabio Wardley is in serious trouble. He's hurt. Fabio Wardley is hurt. And Daniel Dubois is having his way with Fabio Wardley. His nose is bleeding, and he's in trouble. Oh my goodness. Any shot will finish Fabio Wardley off. Oh, another shot by Daniel Dubois there. Fabio Wardley takes it. But there's a lot of time in this round, and I'm not sure that Fabio Wardley will be able to survive this round. I don't think Fabio Wardley might survive this round. I don't think he will survive this round. He looks a bloody mess. Fabio Wardley looks a bloody mess. Fabio Wardley looks a bloody mess. Daniel Dubois is having his way with Fabio Wardley. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. And Daniel Dubois cannot let Fabio Wardley off the hook. Fabio Wardley looks a bloody mess. His nose is pouring. He's tired. He's taking some big shots there. And I don't know how long he can continue taking these shots, Fabio Wardley. He's getting beaten from pillar to post. From round 4 onwards, Daniel Dubois is on the ascendancy, and Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. Jeez. Yeah, Fabio Wardley is in trouble. Fabio Wardley is in trouble. And Daniel Dubois needs to keep the pressure on. Dubois needs to keep the pressure on, but he needs to use his jab. And Dubois looks a bit tired, isn't he? Dubois looks a bit tired. He needs to use his jab a little bit more. Dubois needs to use his jab a little bit more. Oh, big shot by Daniel Dubois. And Fabio Wardley there. Wardley's shown tremendous chin. Wardley's shown tremendous chin there. And Wardley's tired. It's 44 seconds on the clock in round 7. I predicted that Daniel Dubois will stop Fabio Wardley between round 7 and round 10. That's what I predicted. Is that going to be the prediction? Is that going to come true? Is my prediction going to come true? Daniel Dubois needs to use his jab. Dubois needs to use his jab. Fabio's throwing. Fabio's winging and throwing shots everywhere. But Daniel needs to take. Oh my goodness, what a shot. What a round. What a round. There's blood everywhere. What is the referee doing? What's the referee doing? Did he stop the fight? Fabio Wardley is a bloody mess. He's been beaten from pillar to post there, Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley has been beaten from pillar to post. What a fight. What a fight. Fabio Wardley's been beaten from pillar to post. Oh my goodness. Fabio Wardley's been beaten from pillar to post, guys. Guys, get in the chat. Let me know how you're thinking about this fight. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Kashmir says Fabio is tough, but he needs to box smart and not just wing punches. Yes. 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 Fabio is a tough guy, but he's made so many mistakes in there, and Dubois just taking advantage of those mistakes. And you know, Daniel Dubois, if he's going to win this fight, he has to try and get it done as soon as possible because he can't let Fabio back in there. Good job by Daniel Dubois. Good job by Daniel Dubois. Yeah. Oh. Big job by Daniel Dubois there. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Big shot by Daniel Dubois there. Fabio's hurt. But Dubois need to take a step back. He's smothering his own shot. Dubois is smothering his own shot there. Just take a step back and ding that right hand over the top again. Dubois lands a big shot and then he's smothering his shot. But Fabio is just swinging it and winging it. Fabio's swinging and winging it. Fabio's swinging and winging and Fabio's just... Fabio is throwing that shot. He looks a bloody mess. Fabio looks a bloody mess. I feel like if Daniel should land a big shot, that would probably be the end of this fight. Fabio's been busted up. He's been busted up. Oh my goodness. Fabio's been busted up. Fabio's been busted up. And Fabio Wardley's, you know, lack of boxing ability has just come to bite him in the back in the backside there. Fabio Wardley's lack of boxing ability. Oh! Fabio Wardley looks a bloody mess. Oh, the referee's looking at Fabio Wardley very attentively. But Dubois just needs to put the pressure on. Where is the jab? Oh! Fabio Wardley's hurt. Dubois needs to put the jab on. Fabio Wardley is done. Oh! Fabio Wardley. Dubois needs to go on the ascendancy. Oh! What a performance by Daniel Dubois. And once again, just taking Fabio Wardley apart. Round by round. Once again, Daniel Dubois taking Fabio Wardley out round by round. Round by round. Oh my goodness. Ben Newman says AJ wasn't bleeding that much, even though he got dropped sooner. Yes. Fabio Wardley. I talked about this during my breakdown. I said Fabio Wardley bleeds out of the nose. And if Daniel Dubois can stop that bleeding, Daniel Dubois can start that bleeding, then he can get Fabio Wardley out of there. And yeah, that's exactly. Kashmir says, blimey, what a tear up. Yeah. That's a tear up. That is a tear up. Oh. They're getting the doctor to look at Fabio Wardley. He looks a bloody mess. His nose. Oh, that nose looks bad. Oh, that's a lot of damage there. Oh, that nose looked bad. His corner needs to think about him. Fabio Wardley's corner needs to try and pull him out. If they keep him in there taking knee shots from Daniel Dubois, it could be dangerous. It could be dangerous if Fabio Wardley's corner keeps putting him in there. But Fabio Wardley has got that killer instinct, right? That he can land something. And, Fabio Wardley misses with an uppercut. Fabio Wardley's going out here. He's going for broke. Fabio Wardley is going for broke. Fabio Wardley is going for broke here. And Daniel Dubois needs to take his time and land a big shot. One more big shot, and then that'll be the end of this fight, I think, from Daniel Dubois. If he finds that one shot, and that's a big right hand that just misses there on Fabio Wardley. Dubois, where is the jab? If Dubois is going to win this fight, he has to get back to jabbing. Dubois needs to get this jab going if he's going to win this fight. Fabio Wardley is a warrior. He's taking some big shots there. Dubois has shown some heart as well. Dubois has shown heart. Fabio Wardley is busted up. Fabio Wardley is all busted up. Just look a mess. Fabio Wardley looks a mess. Oh! Big shot there by Fabio Wardley. Oh! Daniel Dubois is going to hurt Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley's hurt. Dubois needs to take his time and finish Fabio Wardley off. Wardley's hurt. What a tear up. What a fight. What a tear up. Fabio Wardley's. What a tear up. Oh! Daniel Dubois is hurt. Oh! Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley's done. Oh! Dubois needs to make space for himself. Dubois needs to make space for himself in there. Dubois needs to make space for himself. Fabio is tired. And Dubois just keeps smothering his own shots. Dubois got to hit Fabio with one shot and then end the fight. Jeez. What a fight. What a fight. Fabio Wardley is tired. He's taking some big shots there. Daniel Dubois is shattered. Daniel Dubois is tired. And Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. Jeez, Daniel Dubois takes some big uppercut as well. Daniel Dubois, for me, has won every round since round number 3. Since round number 3, Daniel Dubois has won every round. What a crazy fight. This is round 10. This is what I predicted, that Daniel Dubois will stop Fabio Wardley between round 7 and round 10. Oh, they need to stop this fight. They need to try and stop. The doctor, they're going to stop this fight. They might stop this fight. They might stop this fight. Fabio Wardley looks a bloody mess. Jeez. Fabio Wardley said he wants to continue. Oh my goodness. What a fight. What a fight. What a fight. Fabio Wardley has got heart. Fabio Wardley has heart. And he's in there. He's in there and he's been beaten up. He's been busted up. And he's in there. Oh. Fabio Wardley is in all sorts of trouble. But Dubois needs to do something that he hasn't done yet, and that is close this fight. Fabio Wardley is just ready to be knocked out. Yeah? Fabio Wardley. Oh! Big shot there by Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley still standing in this fight. He's still standing up. He's taking some big shots there. Dubois keep... Yeah. Somebody... Fabio Wardley lands a big right hand there. And Daniel Dubois took it. Dubois looks solid in there. Fabio Wardley takes some big shots. He looks a bloody mess. Oh my goodness. One minute on the clock in round 10. Oh, big shot by Daniel Dubois. Jeez. Fabio Wardley looks crazy. Yeah. Fabio Wardley taking a lot of shots in there. Fabio Wardley's been punished. Took a lot of punishment in there. He's taking a lot of punishment in there, Fabio Wardley. His corner needs to stop this fight. His corner needs to stop this fight. Oh! Daniel Dubois! Fabio Wardley. His corner needs to save him. Oh my goodness. His corner needs to stop this fight. Fabio Wardley is brave. Fabio Wardley has got heart. But he's been busted up. He's taking a lot of shots there. Fabio Wardley, oh my goodness. And Dubois is also taking big shots. But Fabio Wardley's corner needs to stop this fight. They need to stop this fight. His eye is shut closed. Oh! Big shot by Daniel Dubois. Oh! Make sure that Daniel Dubois is stopped. It's stopped. The referee stopped the fight. Fabio Wardley has been stopped. Daniel Dubois has stopped Fabio Wardley in the 11th round to become the new WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Daniel Dubois has gone and done it. Daniel Dubois has gone and done it. He has become the WBO world champion of the world after getting knocked down twice in this fight. Daniel Dubois has done it. Wow. What a fight. What a slugfest. This is heavyweight boxing at its best. Oh my goodness. It is over. Daniel Dubois has done it again. Wow. What a fight. Dubois comes back. Daniel Dubois comes back after getting knocked down twice to win the WBO championship belt. What a fight. This is why we love heavyweight boxing. This is why we love him. I picked Daniel Dubois to win this fight because I knew that Fabio Wardley's boxing ability or the lack of boxing ability is gonna, is gonna evade him at some point in this fight. And from round 4 onwards, it was all Daniel Dubois. And as you can see on my scorecard, Daniel Dubois won everything from round 4 onwards. And, Fabio Wardley is too brave for his own good. Fabio Wardley is just too brave for his own good. And he's too brave for his own good. Yeah. Fabio Wardley is too good for his own good. Jeez. Wow. Daniel Dubois exposes Fabio Wardley. It was a TKO. Technical knockout. That was a performance. That was a destruction. Jeez. Wow, what a fight. What a fight. What a fight. How are you guys feeling, man? How you get in the chat, guys, and let me know how you're feeling. Jeez. What a fight. What a fight. That is. Jeez. Wow. Wow. What a chin Fabio Wardley shown there. What a chin. What a fight. What a fight. Kashmir says, credit to both fighters. What a war. Yes. Jeez. Wow. Wow. Jeez. Wow. Wow. What a fight. That jab was just from round 4 onwards. Daniel Dubois just, you know, take over the fight with the jab. Jeez. Wow. Wow. What a great fight. Wow. Guys, what a fight. What a fight. You couldn't make this up. What a fantastic fight. What a great fight. This is what heavyweight boxing is all about. Jeez. Shout out to Nick Alexander. Nick, welcome back to the channel. Nick Alexander says, Charles a good trainer. Davison almost destroyed AJ and now Wardley. After a while, it's Halma. Yeah. I mean, do you think it's Ben Davison's fault or it's just the fact that Fabio Wardley doesn't have good boxing IQ and therefore, you know, things are going to catch up with him? You know, I think that's what happened there. Just things just caught up with Fabio Wardley because, you know, his boxing skills just came back to bite him in the backside and it was never the same after that. What a fight. What a fight. That was a brutal, brutal fight. And Daniel Dubois just demolishes Fabio Wardley. Daniel Dubois just demolishes Fabio Wardley to become the new WBO champion of the world. What a fight. What an incredible advancement for heavyweight boxing. Wow. What a fight. What a fight. Guys, get in the chat. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is crazy, right? Let me know what you guys think about this. But guys, jeez. What a fight. What a fight. Wow. What a fight. You can't make this up. What a fight. Kashmir says Daniel Dubois used his skills to win this fight. Great fight. Fabio is tough man, though. Yes. You know, Fabio's lack of boxing skills just came back to bite him in the backside. That's all that we saw. And I talked about this during my breakdown. I said Daniel Dubois is a slightly better boxer than Fabio Wardley. And what we saw is that the better boxer used his boxing skills to disarm the not so good boxer in Fabio Wardley. And that's what we saw. Like Fabio Wardley just came unstuck against a guy that is a better boxer than him. The jab, the movement, the spaces between them. Fabio just didn't know how to deal with all of that because he's not a boxer. He's a puncher, right? He's a knockout artist. But he was in there with a Daniel Dubois that is a slightly better boxer than him. And that's what we saw. But this is boxing, you know? This is boxing and that's what we saw. So yeah, Kashmir is definitely right. Kashmir is right. You know, I said it, right? I said Daniel Dubois is a slightly better boxer than Fabio Wardley, and that is going to show itself in this fight. And we just saw it. The jab, the movement, the feint, and then throwing the right hand over the top. Fabio Wardley just didn't know how to deal with anything like that. And we've seen it, right? We've seen Fabio Wardley getting outboxed by Joseph Parker. We saw it against Justice Hooney. And then we see here against Daniel Dubois. The difference is that Daniel Dubois has the power to put a dent in Fabio Wardley. Joseph Parker didn't have the power, and Justice Hooney did not have the power, and Fraser Clark did not have the power. If those guys had the power, Fabio Wardley would have lost those fights. Fabio Wardley would have lost against those guys if they had the power. But because Daniel Dubois has the power, he was able to put a dent in Fabio Wardley and, of course, stop him. Stop him in round 11, I believe. You know? And that's where the referee stopped him. Kashmir says, you called it right. Yeah. I analyzed the fight. I look at their strengths and their weaknesses. They have a lot of similarities, but the difference is that Fabio Wardley is just not the boxer that Daniel Dubois is. Nick Alexander said the fight should have been stopped earlier. Davison disrespects his fighter. Always wrong tactics. Only forward punches. Yes. I mean, I think the fight should have been stopped earlier. Fabio took a lot of punishment in there. Just took a whole bunch of punishment, and he's not going to be the same. Fabio Wardley is not going to be the same after this fight. Because that's a lot of punishment he took. That's a lot. That's a lot. There's only so much you can take. And he's taking a lot of punishment in there. They should have stopped the fight. Nick Alexander says, because AJ has the same trainer. Yeah. They should have stopped the fight earlier. That's way too many punches. Way too much punishment Fabio Wardley took. Guys, thank you for coming on the stream. Thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for participating. This was great. This was exciting. This is one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen in a long time. It was all action. Both fighters showed a lot of heart. Daniel Dubois was down twice. Fabio Wardley was beaten from pillar to post. He was bloodied up. He was busted up. He looked tired. He looked out of place. And Daniel Dubois' boxing ability came on top in this fight. The difference is that Daniel Dubois had a better boxing ability than Fabio Wardley. And that is the reason why he won this fight. The jab was just incredible. And he controlled the fight with the jab from round 4 onwards. Because in round 1 and round 3, Fabio Wardley put Daniel Dubois down. And after that, Daniel Dubois took over this fight with his jab. And that was it. And that was all she wrote. So guys, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to make my post-fight reaction for this fight right now, just to analyze the fight and look at how things went. But yeah, look, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on some other videos, and I'll see you guys on the next live as well. So thank you for tuning in, and God bless. See you guys.